Hello everyone, my name is Shirley and my channel is called Following the Yellow Brick Road. I wanted to talk with you a little bit today and share why I have chosen this lifestyle and what my journey has been getting me here. So without further ado, let's get started. My husband and I used to love to travel and go to different places as often as we could. Here you'll see us in the Bahamas. We love to take our grandchildren camping, and we did this with them as often as we could. We also would take them other places, like to North Carolina for tubing down the snow, for a resort. We would go to Alaska, just my husband and I, on our anniversary trip of a lifetime. We took a helicopter to a glacier. We saw the most incredible view of a humpback whale breaching. This was a phenomenal moment. We also enjoyed camping with our family in Florida here, doing tent camping and just exploring some of the things that our home state has to offer. In January of 2014, my husband passed away and my whole world changed. I had to find who I was and what life meant for me. And I had to reestablish my priorities and my goals. And that took a while, as you can imagine. I still wanted to travel and see what I could. I was going to be doing this alone without a partner now, and that was a little scary at first. However, in watching videos and talking to friends and realizing that there were women out there who are doing this alone, I realized that it would be possible for me. So I began looking for a way that I could travel and feel comfortable, because let's face it, I was getting older and getting down on the ground in a tent wasn't really for me anymore. So I wanted to find a trailer that I could feel comfortable in and feel like I could tow it and handle it on my own. I'd never towed anything before in my life, and so that was a real challenge for me. So in doing so, I searched a lot of different types of trailers and talked to a dear friend of mine who really made the recommendation for me to purchase a Silver Shadow trailer from Little Guy. And so that's what I did. I drove to Richmond, Virginia, and purchased it and brought it home. My Teardrop would become my refuge, and I enjoyed many short camping trips with family, with my grandchildren, or just alone. In June of 2016, my granddaughter and I took off on a 2.5 week journey, headed to the Northwest to see some sights that I have been longing to see for a long time. I took my granddaughter with me because I was going to be gone for a long time. I hadn't done this before, and I just wanted someone to accompany me on my first long trip just to make sure that this was going to be okay. We saw some incredible sights, and memories were made that we will never forget. I have to say that traveling through these historic places really kind of spurred me on to wanting to live this life, to see more, to do more, and to make a commitment to this lifestyle. It was on this stop in Kansas at the Wizard of Oz Museum that the idea developed for the name of my trailer and for the name of my channel. As I was still working, I would enjoy camping whenever I could and was looking forward when I would be able to retire and do this as often as I chose. Cold, rainy spring weather taught me the limitations of trying to live in a teardrop. I always knew that eventually I would upgrade to a larger trailer, one that I could stand up in, one that I could get dressed in, one that I could weather a storm in. But it wasn't anything that I had planned to do quite so soon. Um, I had for a long time been looking at different types of trailers, just trying to see what was out there, not really shopping, just being observant and just kind of surveying what was available. And I ran across an ad for the Airstream that was not in my line of sight initially. It wasn't anything that I could afford to do, and it just happened to appear. And usually when things like that happen to me, those things I feel are meant to be. So I thought, what the heck? I'm gonna just see where this takes me. And so I contacted the dealer. We talked on the phone. We sent emails back and forth. And eventually I sent in an application and talked with my finance people and thought, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. And it was. So I drove up in July and went to New Jersey from Florida to purchase my Airstream. I had the most wonderful experience and came home with a beautiful 20-foot Bambi Flying Cloud Airstream. And I have been really happy with that. It's plenty big enough for just me and my two little Yorkies, and it gives me a lot of pleasure. I love the floor plan and the design of it, and it has been fantastic as far as towing. It's much easier to back into place than the Teardrop was, and I'm finding it to be a joy. So I think that this will be in my future for quite a long time. And that's how I came to finding something that I feel like now I can go full time and enjoy myself. I'm currently at home in my home base and making preparations to the trailer, and I'm getting ready to head out the first part of January and I will be full-time in my trailer at that point. So I'm doing everything now that I have to. I'm taking care of minimizing things in my house, taking care of doctors and banking and vet appointments for the puppies, and just making sure that we have everything that we need in place when we leave. So I hope that you've enjoyed my video, and please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you down the road. Thank you.